So just a bit of background, NQ Dry Tropics, we're a not-for-profit independent natural resource management regional organisation. Our role is to support the local community to improve their production, profitability and sustainability. And that's really all we do. So that's our role. We're all about landscapes, livelihoods and communities. We funnel investment into the region from state government, federal government, Great Barrier Reef Foundation and anybody else who's willing to contribute to our overall well-being. What we're talking about today is a whole lot of projects that are happening in the region. It's just a snapshot of some. There's actually a massive amount of investment in the Lower Burdekin right now. Right now, there's over $25 million worth of projects being delivered. We're just going to talk about 5 or 6 today. But the reality is there's a huge number of projects happening. It's a very complex web. It's not easy to understand everything that's going on, only to recognise that there's opportunities for growers to be involved in any number of things that interest them. No obligation to be involved in any, but you can certainly pick and choose if you want to be involved. And that's just a snapshot of some of the projects that are underway. What we do in all that is we try and engage with local stakeholders and identify opportunities. And what we're looking for is opportunities that the growers will want to be involved in because it's going to improve their bottom line, and that reef water quality investors are going to be happy to invest in because they can see a water quality outcome in the longer term. Obviously, there's not enough money to do everything all the time, so we're looking for priorities so we can get good bang for buck. So we want win-win solutions for all the growers and the investors, and we don't want to reinvent the wheel. We don't try and create additional events. We don't try and add additional burden on people's roles. We're just trying to coordinate and, I guess, collaborate as much as possible. Some of the big outcomes that we've had lately, there's been very much a shared vision around delivery approaches, particularly around irrigation and irrigation improvement. There's been minimum project standards set, some enhanced prioritisation and performance management. You'll hear a little bit about that out at the Paddock later on today. And we just want to share learnings. We just want to create opportunities where these good projects can be presented to growers and people can understand some of those gains that are being made on the ground. And obviously we want to promote innovation and we want to continue to look for new opportunities. The recent federal government election announced another huge investment in reef water quality. That's more opportunity for growers in this district to be involved in projects and gain benefits for their own enterprises. As I said, we're trying to improve communication, so our Paddock to Reef Conversation Series website has all of those presentations, including a video, a PDF for people who are time poor and just want to read the basics, and also a copy of the presenter's slides. Everything that happens today will also go up on this page, so we'll be sharing it far and wide on Facebook and Twitter and everything, so that anybody who can't attend but's interested can pick what they want to read and what they want to watch. We want to interpret the science better. As I said, by producing this, we're trying to demystify some of the report card information and actually present it in a way that's a little bit more easily understood. So, for instance, instead of seeing a D or an E in this circle, which is what the report card shows, we've actually shown that 2016, 2018, 2019 and 2020, these are the progress we've made towards the target. So it's a little bit easier to understand. And it shows that we're actually doing pretty damn well. Important catchment deer reduction, we're nearly 3/4 of the way there on the 2025 target. We've only got this much more to do. That's actually a really good outcome. So that's, the news is actually good. It's just the way it's been presented, not so good. Same thing with pesticides. Our target's to protect 99% of aquatic species. In the Hort, we're not quite there at 83, but we're doing okay. And we're getting better all the time. And you'll hear some more about that in the project presentations today. And just in terms of numbers, the numbers of hectares of practice change that have been getting reported each year is increasing every year, and that's all making a change to the bottom line. So, those hectares, that means that somewhere along the line, growers has benefited from either nutrient or irrigation improvement. So it's not just about reef water quality outcomes, it's about grower benefits. And it's about recognising the efforts. Everyone's doing their bit, everyone's trying pretty hard. Sure, there's still some work to do, but we're all getting there, and these are all the organisations that are involved, at least in some way, in that progress. So that's it from me. You won't hear a lot more from me other than just introduce the speakers.